So here's the thing, I am a spender, not a saver, and I get very distracted by the distractions of advertising and influencers and shiny objects all over the place. It takes me a lot of discipline to actually say no to when I want to buy that thing, and that little gremlin starts to say, okay, let's start spending some money now. So when you're trying to shop less, maybe save some money, pay off some debt, and start sticking to a budget, you would think that would require a lot of energy and a lot of time, but really it doesn't. And really you can be a little bit more lazy than you think you can be when it comes to doing any of this and achieving any of these goals. So today I'm going to talk about 5 ways that my laziness is saving me money. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Christina, and I am working my way through $120,000 of student loan debt because I was fixating my energy on buying stuff and maintaining an image of wealth without actually being wealthy. And this channel is all about how to get yourself out of that kind of mess. So if that sounds interesting to you, then please give this video a thumbs up. It really helps me out, and don't forget to hit subscribe. And this video is sponsored by Skillshare, but more on them later. Hi, this is Editing Christina coming at you. I just want to make sure I say this. I'm not lazy, you're not lazy, none of us are lazy, but what I mean by that is I'm just trying to find ways that require the least amount of effort and energy in order to achieve whatever it is I'm trying to. So when I say lazy in this video, please keep it tongue-in-cheek, keep that in mind. It's supposed to be a little sarcastic. I just wanted to make that clear. Enjoy the rest of the vid. So there's 2 overarching themes when it comes to how to maximize the amount of money you can save, and that is through ignorance and through friction. The first way I use my laziness to avoid spending money is by unsubscribing. If you guys have been following my channel for a while, I have a ton of videos that talk about how to stop shopping, and the main tip that shows up in every single one of those videos is to unsubscribe. So if you have a hard time saying no to sales, or if you're the type who's really curious about catching the next deal, then unsubscribing from email chains and newsletters and anything else from your favorite retailers, stores, or influencers can definitely help. The whole point is to eliminate any stimulus and eliminate any sort of temptation that you might not trust yourself to ignore. Other ways you can do this are by unfollowing influencers, muting accounts and stories, and basically filtering out the noise. Out of sight really is out of mind, and if you didn't know where the sale was going on, you didn't really miss anything anyway. The next way I use my laziness to save money is by eliminating my payment information. And this is a method of creating friction. When you're trying to build a good habit or eliminate a bad one, it's all about adding things in or taking things away that make it harder or easier to do. And in this case, I'm making shopping more difficult. This means I've removed all of my credit card information from any of my favorite retailer websites. I've deleted my personal accounts with any of these brands, so they don't have any of my shipping information, they don't have my credit card info, they have nothing. Other ways you can do this is by checking out as a guest, because you're forced to enter that information. And I gotta tell you, it really takes me a lot of energy to decide I want something, get up, go to my wallet, pull up my credit card, enter that information. Let's be honest, with things like Shopify codes and instant cart and one-click buying, and even with shopping capabilities on Instagram now, it's easier than ever to spend money we may not necessarily have on things that we definitely don't need. So by eliminating your payment information, eliminating your shipping address, any sort of account information like that, and forcing yourself to type it in manually every single time, it really lowers the chance that you might actually follow through with that purchase. The whole point here is to create the stimulus to buy yourself. If there's something that you actually want or need, then you're the one who's going to go in there and type in all that information. You didn't need to know by an email nudging you being like, forgot something in your inbox. Other ways you can do this is by deleting your passwords, so you have to remember that too if you want to have an account with that brand. So there's definitely ways to create friction and use your laziness to your advantage when it comes to shopping less and saving money. The next way that I use my laziness to save me money, and this might require a little bit of energy and input up front, so try not to be so lazy with this one, but it's to set up automatic payments. Setting up automated payments and direct deposits to either go into investments, savings, bills, or onto debt before you even see the money in your account is such a great way to save money and make sure that you're reaching any financial goal that you're working towards. And that's without a whole lot of thought or effort put into it. There might be a little bit of that up front when you're actually setting up these payments and figuring out how much needs to go where. But by putting up that little bit of energy up front, you're setting yourself up for such great success when it comes to any financial goal you might have for yourself. If you're saving for a vacation, if you're paying off debt, or if you just want to save money and invest, if you pay yourself first automatically, it's a great way to start reaching your goals a little faster, to save some more money, and it required pretty much no thought or effort at all. The fourth way I save money is specific to how I shop for groceries now, and that is online. And it's because it eliminates distractions when it comes to getting groceries. I can't tell you, every time I walk into a grocery store, I always end up leaving with more than I needed at the beginning, and always end up spending more than I thought I was going to. And that's because I get distracted by sales like, oh, this is 2 for $5, or oh, we use this a lot, so I'll stock up on it. It's really saved us a ton of money on our grocery bill because we only buy what we need. We only really stick to the list. And I don't really feel like spending a lot of time seeing what's on sale and scrolling through everything that's available on that online grocery store. We know what our regulars are, we know what we need, and that's usually what we end up buying whenever we shop for groceries online and do that like curbside pickup thing. Essentially, this is like a very modern way of making sure that you stick to the list. And for me in practice, I always found it really difficult to do that when I was in a physical store, but switching our grocery shopping to online only, not only does it feel safer in the current climate that we're living in today, but it saves us money in the long run because I'm not distracted by all the pizza buns and 2 for $1s and all the other goodies that I really didn't need to buy. And it's way faster. I save way more time this way too. This next way I save money, I don't really know if it's being lazy more so than it's being cheap, but it is by paying for shipping. So let me explain this one. Whenever I would shop for anything in the past, I would always get sucked into free shipping if you spend $150, free shipping if you buy 3 things or more. Especially when you're online shopping, there's a ton of incentives that these companies create for us to spend more money in order to save $8 or $10 on shipping. So there's this like spend to save mentality that I really just can't get behind. So if there is something that I'm looking to buy, then I'm gonna pay the $8 to ship it, because if the thing was $50 and now I'm spending $58 to get it shipped to me, it's still better than me spending $150 to save $8 on shipping and to end up with 3 more things that I really didn't need that I now have to take care of, find space for, have to wash, have to clean, and put more time and energy into taking care of the new things that I don't need. So by paying for shipping up front and buying only the thing that I was interested in buying in the first place, that's the way I save money in the long run. And I don't really know if that's lazy, but it definitely creates some kind of friction from me spending more money than I intended to in the first place. Before we finish, I want to thank today's sponsor, Skillshare. So what do you guys think of the new setup? I recently took a course all about video production, pretty much the complete guide to filmmaking and making better videos by Phil Ebner right here on Skillshare. Phil, Will, and Sam go through everything that you may possibly need to know about starting your own YouTube channel and making it look really high quality, professional, and even cinematic if you want to. They really break things down into easy to digest modules and to put into action in real life, as you can see here. And that's what I really love about Skillshare. It's an online learning community that has thousands of classes. They've got pretty much anything you would ever want to learn for less than $10 a month, with really easy and to the point courses that don't waste your time. If you're interested in trying out Skillshare yourself, the first 1,000 people to click the link down in the description will get a free premium membership trial. And I took a look, and they even have courses about money and investing in here, so I think I'm gonna check those out next. And this last lazy tip is one that I'm not doing yet, but I definitely have plans to do in the future as soon as I am out of debt, and that is investing. There is no power like the power of compound interest and watching that baby build up over time. We work really hard for our money, so it's really sad to watch it sit there in a high interest savings account and let it gain 1% or 1.5%. So investing in things like stocks, mutual funds, ETFs, you just get to watch that money grow over time without really having done much except contribute to it. And back to the other lazy tips before, if you're adding to your investments automatically every month, then that's just another way that you eliminate some friction when it comes to how you spend your money and how you save it. And that's the really nice thing about it. I stopped contributing to my investments when I decided to start getting really intense on my debt repayment, but My investment portfolio has still been growing even all of this time and even without contributing to it, all because of compound interest and time. So these are some of the ways that I use my inherent laziness to my advantage and ways that I can save money with it. Thanks so much to Skillshare for sponsoring this video, and don't forget the first 1,000 people to click the link in the description below will get a free premium membership trial. Leave this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and if you're not already, please subscribe. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.